Hey now.
Boner.
All week long.
All rise. Order in the court. No, wait a minute. You can take a break and just enjoy the fans for a moment.
That clock's broke.
I believe you're right. They need batteries here at Church Court. I tell you. Taco number one.
Numero uno.
That's an engine.
Also called that a Speedy Gonzales. At the Mexican place I go to, the number one is the Speedy Gonzales. One taco, one burrito.
I don't know if there is any audio here. Let me see. Just the humming of the fans.
There you go.
No, it's weirder than that. Stop breaking the law, asshole. Welcome. We got a case. We do this 5 days a week, starting at 1 o'clock East. We were still late because Mikey and I were talking. Didn't realize the time. Sorry. Anyways, jump around to some different Zoom courts, see some arraignments, hopefully catch some licking. You never know. Maybe. Where are we heading to first over here? Where are you at, Beth?
Florida. It's already hot. Oh, let me unmute it. Excuse me.
Cost will be issued as a civil judgment against you, Mr. Williams. As to count 2, principal to burglary of a conveyance with possession of a firearm and amended charge, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on that charge. I'm going to sentence you to 20 years Florida Department of Corrections. The first 10 of those, that 20-year sentence will be a minimum mandatory sentence. That sentence will run concurrent with count 1, and I also reserve on any issue of restitution. And Madam Clerk, was that court cost the same just for that case number?
No, just 518.
Okay, so
20 years.
Count 2 would be 518.
You don't need it on that, sorry, Judge, because that's count 2, but each additional case is 518.
Okay,
So you won't have any court costs on count 2 of that case.
okay, thank
You
you,
will on all the other cases for 518 each.
thank you. All right, so Mr. Williams, there's not another court cost as to count 2. However, I will reserve on any further issue of restitution that may pop up. In case number 22933 CF.
He really does. You're not kidding, Kay. There's a dude. Did he like sentence him to that or something? He's cleaning floors up there in the corner.
He's getting those hard to reach stains.
$20,000.
Oh my God.
Mr. Peters.
It's actually a reserved on that case.
Mr. Peters.
Reserved on 2933.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to reserve restitution on
$20,000 in restitution, Creed.
and that prison sentence will run concurrent with the sentences I've already imposed in 22932. Okay. As to case number 22934 CF, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty to a amended charge of petty theft, a misdemeanor. I'm going to sentence you to 60 days in the Bay County Jail, give you credit for 60 days that you've already served in the Bay County Jail.
Weren't they on the old live PD, right?
Misdemeanor, what
Yeah.
would it be?
Nothing on those, Judge, not on misdemeanors.
Okay, so there's no other fines and court costs. However, I do believe there's restitution in the amount of $12.50. Was that correct?
To Springfield.
Springfield.
$12.50.
No restitution in that.
Okay,
We had some
I'll pay
skipping.
that one. By
all
the
right,
way.
so no
Go ahead.
restitution in that.
We had some skipping
All right.
during.
So, Mr.
we got a
Williams,
case,
as
so it's a little bit of a
to
trial to see
Case
if that was
number
the issue.
23217 CF. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on that case to one count of tampering with court order electronic monitoring device, a third-degree felony. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years.
Ripped off
Florida
his-
Department of Corrections will be fines and court costs in the
Ripped
amount
off his
of
ankle monitor, I bet.
$518. That will be issued.
Think how
as a
advanced
civil
those are going to
judgment
be by the
and
time he
that
gets out.
Prison sentence will run concurrent, meaning at the same time as the other sentences I have.
Stephen O'Neill.
In case number 23218 CF,
It's crazy about your uncle.
Battery on a juvenile probation officer or staff member or detention center member, that is a third-degree felony. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on that charge. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years, Florida Department of Corrections. There'll be fines and court costs amount of $518. I will issue those as a civil judgment against you. That prison sentence will run concurrent with the other sentences I have imposed this morning. As to case number 23219 MM or CF, sorry, for battery in a county jail or detention facility, a third-degree felony. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on that charge, sentence you to 5 years, Florida Department of Corrections, fines and court costs in the amount
He's
of
beating people up in
$518.
jail too, Creed.
And that prison sentence will run concurrent with the other case numbers that we have announced this morning. As to case number 23432 CF, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of 1 count of burglary of a conveyance, a third-degree felony. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years, Florida Department of Corrections. Fines and court costs amount of $518. That will be issued as a civil judgment against you, and that prison sentence will run concurrent with the other sentences I have imposed this morning.
I don't think they're ever going to get their money.
23460 CF, burglary of a conveyance, third-degree felony. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on that charge. Sentence you to 5 years, Florida Department of Corrections. Fines and court costs in the amount of $518. That will be issued as a civil judgment against you. I think
that's what they're doing.
That prison sentence will run concurrent with the other sentences that we have imposed this morning. Okay, what cases did the restitution actually belong on?
We missed sentencing on case 2935.
Judge Shannon Packett presiding.
Okay. All right, and what cases did the restitution?
Restitution is in case 203460 of $20,000 to Jamie Cook.
How much?
$20,000.
203460. Okay, to Jamie Cook.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then we have case
She can
number
retire.
3217 for $12.50 to Springfield Police Department.
Okay.
And
They
then
can
in
retire.
Case 203218, it's reserved.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Williams, there was one other case, 22935 CF. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty as to a lesser included charge of petty theft. I'm going to sentence you to 60
Everything.
days in the Bay County Jail, give you credit for 60 days that you have already served. I'm going to impose, going to go back to case number 23217, I'm going to impose restitution in the amount of $12.50 to Springfield Police Department. That will be issued as a civil judgment against you. In case number 23218 CF, I'm going to reserve on the issue of restitution in that case. And in case number 23460 CF, I'm going to issue.
Is that guy rides a Harley?
It could be. Oh, Mikey.
Jamie Cook, and that will be also issued as a civil judgment against you.
They
Your
can't get this
total
camera
jail
right now.
credit on all of these jail sentences is 753 days. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I called
Anything
it
else from the
properly.
state?
It says corporate and
HR
IRC.
said it's fine.
It was all
Okay,
good.
and also, Mr. Williams, as part of this plea,
He had
you would
time
forfeit
on the
any
books.
items seized as part of the investigative process, okay? All right, anything else, Mr. Peters?
Do you have anything to say?
I do wanna
Yeah,
apologize to
you.
my mama. Apologize to my mama for my actions. Apologize to the person that got shot.
All right, Mr. Williams, you have a right to appeal the judgment sentence of this court. If you wish to do so, you have 30 days to do it.
They didn't
You
just
can appoint an
get
attorney, one of
shot.
which
You
is
shot 'em.
Free of charge, okay? All right, good luck.
Got shot. However that happened.
He sees it differently.
Person that jumped in front of my bullet.
One case.
Deborah taking full advantage of $5 of $5 Thursday.
No neck.
Most of the
No hugs?
court staff is advised against that. All right.
What do you think he did that he has to pay $12.50 in restitution to the sheriff's department?
All right.
Uh,
Mr. Jackson,
I mean, I would initially think it had
Mr.
something to do with the,
Jackson,
you know, pulling off the ankle monitor, but I think that's slightly more. So
okay.
He ordered a pizza
We have,
and then didn't have his
an
part.
interpreter, but Miss Jackson looks like she's assigned to represent
no, you give him 20 years if I'm not
Victoria that we
mistaken.
need to do.
Yeah, he has to do
We know where she
10
went.
years mandatory.
No.
Stepped outside the call.
But he's got to do some time in jail
Okay,
before he goes
all right.
to prison,
Well, in
which
that
I
case,
didn't
let's go ahead
understand.
and take care of the Hunt case.
The what?
The Hunt case.
Oh, with an
Michael
H.
Harrison Hunt.
Jordan Rico
Massa
Ordo?
President.
on Zoom, Judge.
Yes, Your
Good morning, Mr. All right, I see you present there, Mr. Massa. All right, what are we doing
What
on
was his
all of
name?
Mr. Hunt's
Mr.
cases?
Massa.
This
Mr. Massa.
morning was a status. We have a trial scheduled in October, but this was a status to see
Visually
how,
really
you
aged.
know,
It's been a while
how
since
we
I've
were
seen it.
doing
Looking at it.
primarily with the penalty phase issue. It's a death case. I talked to Mr. Whitmer over the week,
Oh my God.
and he was able to find a forensic psychologist who would work for the JAC rates. We
Oh.
had a little problem with that. However,
For you
he
lip
cannot,
readers, you can't hear nothing.
be ready or testify in October. So, and Mr. Whitmer has some surgery at the beginning of the year. So we suggested, or with all due respect, we're going to suggest to the court that we move the trial back to December.
What do you mean,
I
Massa?
sent Mr. Bassford an email yesterday outlining everything. As far as the guilt phase, we're more along, I think, than the penalty phase. We had a little problem getting experts because of the rates. So we can move this to December.
He said the race,
Otherwise,
not the race.
It would have to go after Mr. Whitmer's surgery,
RAP.
and he's out from
RAT.
January
Which
29th through, excuse me, Judge, we get on my computer, January 29th through March
Oh my
1st
God.
of next year.
Seductive.
We anticipate the trial, I imagine no more than 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks, unless Mr.
Get back,
Bassford
Massa.
has a different opinion.
Massa.
Okay, Massa.
Madam
bet he's
Clerk,
a
we
lot
don't
of
think
fun
there's a
to-
December trial date.
You know, FaceTime with.
Nah. Yes.
Okay.
It's a great.
Okay.
Don't forget over on Discord, all the way down to the bottom. NFT ownership claim. Be a part of it.
He's the best.
That's what I thought too, K. I wasn't
Set
sure.
for October the 17th.
Well, understanding, I know Mr. Bassford.
Gotta stay up somehow, Roger.
Do your best.
He did where it's at. And I understand maybe need for a delay by the defense, continue this time.
Oh, I bet she did.
All right. Madam Clerk, when's our next motion day?
Excuse me.
Okay, my inclination, Mr. Massa, because I am filling in for Judge Gay this morning, and obviously the state is
Judge
objecting
Gay?
to a continuance of the
Gay.
trial, is to put it on the September 9th motion day, and then have an argument there with Judge Gay on that. They're still requesting a continuance. The problem we have this morning is apparently Judge Gay does not have a December trial docket. And so, you know, if I passed it this morning, I'd be passing it into the spring, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So I would like this to be heard on your motion to continue on that September 9th.
That's too funny.
To help you with a lot of that, I'm going to waive the use of the attorney and proceed pro se from this point. And I'm going
Uh-oh.
to ask that all 3.220 discovery be turned over to me. I've been in custody for 40 months. I have overwhelming evidence of my innocence, and I have not had my discovery in over 40 months. I've asked for almost every court appearance. I've submitted documentation requesting the discovery. I have police and prosecutorial.
If my math is
I
right,
have
that's like
evidence that
17
my
years.
innocence that they're withholding. And I'll proceed pro se from this point. We can go into Ferretta. I tried to Nelson here. I wasn't heard on that. So I'd like to get to the point where I can get my discovery so that I can have a trial.
What do you mean you weren't heard on the Nelson hearing?
Well, I was heard, but I was denied
Right.
substitute.
My understanding that was denied by Judge Gay.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was denied.
No,
So
you were
in
saying you
order to
weren't
get my
heard.
discovery, I'm going to have to proceed pro se because I have not had a full discovery. And the last time I was in court, I asked for it and there's been nothing. I need the discovery. I have enough here to go to trial, but I would like to see the rest of what the state is withholding. A lot of these cases are clear and concise with my innocence.
Okay.
There's a lot of people being
Those
held in
arms
right
tell
now.
me he has been in 40 months.
Here's what we're gonna do, Mr. Hunt. Just listen to me. I'm setting this on next month's motion docket, okay? Because we just don't have, I have a huge docket.
Real quick, a child I think is being arraigned.
Is this kids court?
Not really the area, but 20 minutes away from where I was staying.
Something tells me this kid did something real bad.
Yeah, it's more like towards Germantown.
All right, Ms. Thompson, despite this violation, the court is going to continue you on ILC at this time. The court is going to order you into some sort of sober living facility. You'll be on electronically monitored house arrest the entire time that you're there. I really want to see you get this right. I mean, you're not, what, 19? 20 now? Man. Not even old enough to drink, and here
That one's
I am.
20?
20.
Sending you to prison if you can't get this right. I don't think that's where you want to end up. It's your last chance at keeping ILC is to do it right this time. Next time,
20?
you lose your ILC, and I'll probably send you
Is
to
it
some
girl?
lockdown facility. All right, let's try. See if you can find someone like place for her to go.
Okay, girl.
All right, thank you.
Her. He said a place for her to
Going
go.
on for a long time.
Yes.
That was a
sir.
Werman.
And I understand that. I see where Judge Gay has addressed the Nelson issues. But obviously, if he wants to represent himself, I'm gonna let him make that motion before Judge Gay and do that. And as far as the discovery, it sounds like, Mr. Hunt, that your attorney's saying he's giving you all the discovery that he's got.
Well, Your Honor, let me just address that. Initially, I had a different attorney, Mr. Paul Comerec. Mr. Comerec was only on the case for a couple of weeks, but he did provide me with the 3 discovery that he had. Masha came on shortly after that, and there's some digital discovery that I've been asking for. There's some statements that are missing at the state subpoena that I don't have. I do have statements from the witnesses definitely saying it was not Michael Hunt, but there's some other stuff in here that I'm missing, like
Well,
I can't believe his name is Michael Hunt.
You need to
That
speak
really
with
is
Mr.
Mike
Massa about that.
lineups,
Hunt.
any of that stuff. We're talking about trial. I'm ready to go to trial, but I need that stuff.
You need to speak to Mr. Massa about that. This will be heard before Judge Gay on September 9th. Okay? All right. Is that okay with the state?
That's fine, Judge. I was just asking.
Dude has got some big ass arms, man.
Right.
Yeah, that kicks some ass
I
in
mean, I
prison.
think you did file a written notice or written hearing for a Nelson hearing.
Right, I did the Nelson hearing, but
And you need to do the same thing if
Right,
you want to
for the
represent
record.
yourself, if you file it in writing, that way Judge Gay has it before her and then she'll hear it on the 9th. Okay?
okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right. thank
40
you, Mr.
months
Massa.
is a long
Mr.
time to
Massa,
make
do you have any
trial.
others on our docket?
Well, it is, yeah.
No, Your Honor, just Mr. Hunt.
Okay.
But
All right.
but
Thank you for
was
joining
he
us this morning.
was he really
All
waiting?
right,
Because he did
and,
say he wasn't heard, and then
Ms.
that
Jackson,
I'm
all
sorry.
right, Ms. Jackson, we have one
Sorry.
that apparently needs a interpreter, Mr.
Uh-oh.
Torres.
Hi, Mavis. All right, we'll skip the interpreter. We'll go back over to the TP where there's no volume.
Well, they're off the record, Creedence.
Son of a bitch. Come on, TP, do something, would you?
He's off the record.
Ugh.
You're stuck here for a
Just
minute.
a second. Ms. Jackson's talking to our,
I'm sorry.
all right, Ms. Jackson.
What is
are we
that
doing
right
on Mr.
there
Torres's
behind
case?
the desk? That metal thing is a
Your Honor,
giant walker?
It is
Uh,
my understanding that
That's
Mr.
one of them
Torres
folding
wanted to
things that has
accept
got
the
a couple
state's
wheels
plea
on it.
offer.
You pull heavy things.
Señorita
around.
Jackson, ¿qué vamos a hacer en el caso del
Probably
señor
brought
Torres?
somebody in on it.
Señoría, entiendo que el señor Torres desea aceptar el acuerdo que le ha ofrecido la fiscalía.
Let's go over to the. This isn't the double dirty, is it?
It's time to take our morning recess. So we're going to do that now. So this is
I give
10:25
up.
for those of you who are in the courtherroom.
I give up today. I give up.
09-1, Mr. Torres would plead no contest to count 1, grand theft, a third-degree felony punishable by a maximum of up to 5 years incarceration.
En la causa
You got a
2140.
winner now, I see.
Doesn't look like you had an attorney on those.
Yeah, I need one.
Okay, so you need to
Just
apply
went
for an
live.
attorney. I have a new charge here, though.
Yeah.
Complaints. for
Thank you. Yes,
obstructing
hand
official
truck,
business
dolly,
and possession of
sack
drug
truck.
Did you receive a
Never
copy
heard
of those
that one, but I like
complaints?
Yeah, I did, sir.
Okay. Do you need me to read those to you today?
No, I mean, I just didn't know why the cop, it was the third time he stopped me in like a week and I didn't know what his problem was. I tried to walk off, which I know was wrong. I mean, I guess he body slammed me. I don't know. I was knocked unconscious for a few minutes.
What?
Okay. You all right?
I mean, now my arm's dislocated and my head was split right down the middle right here.
All right.
I wasn't quite sure what happened, but
Okay.
I guess I tried to walk off, I guess.
Okay. Maximum penalty for those offenses is 90 days in jail and a $750 fine. Any question about those charges?
No, sir, I plead not guilty though.
Okay.
I just, like I said, I got a bed coming up Monday for a 90-day program in the Salvation Army. I can get a place and get my
Good
kid.
drafted.
Okay.
He's going to be one of those walking over to Golden Slots' window and knocking on it. He's right next to one of those facilities, and they like to
I just want to get this over
Mess
with.
with
Like,
him.
I'm trying to basically.
You guys remember him, right? He DJs on Twitch.
Yeah.
Days, which then apparently they give me an apartment for 6 months, rent free, and I get my daughter back first, and then I can start trying to get my son back. I got a business with my brother, A&A, Nacho Tree Service. He's gonna let me go back there once I start the program,
Tree service, landscaping, same thing.
hopefully. But yeah, that's about it, sir. I'm not trying to have any problems or any kind of issues with the law.
Of course not.
He's got a bit of the Steve-O voice. I can see that, Jay. Deborah blessing us with another $2. Thank you. Oh, the eye candy. What, this one or him? Which one? Us?
Yeah.
Me?
As long as I know a court date, I'll definitely be there. I just I need to have my mom start calling in.
Yes, under the table. That was funny. That was funny the other day. Something tells me everybody's not getting out on PR Boss because I don't think he's going on vacation today. Oh, we got a couple winners already in the front pew. Pew, pew.
By the way, Stansberry didn't go on vacation. He started hearing trials.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He said he got body slammed by the law, so I'm guessing
Well,
that's what happened.
There it is. What happened to the law's waist?
He lost a lot of weight and he couldn't afford a new uniform. He grew 6 inches.
Heath Harder.
Look at that beard.
Okay. On the 2 cases you failed to appear on, there'll be $2,500 cash, 10%. Nothing on the new case. I get that application for an attorney filled out. Okay.
Cropped up. Okay.
What does that mean, sir? I got paid $250 so I can make the program?
On each of those 2 cases.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
That's all.
All right, thank you.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1110, State of Ohio versus Robert Horn.
Well, he was doing some cases that we saw with the little Asian cop and
Yeah.
the others. So must be they just had enough where he had to be pulled for that, I guess. Or is that his new job now?
I hope not.
Are you Mr. Horn?
Oh, this guy's
Yes, sir, I
ready.
am.
Okay, Mr. Horn, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney if you get out of
Look at
court, you
that.
can make
He
an application for
started
it.
streaming at like 1 o'clock in the
Complaint,
morning.
you're
They're getting
charged
better.
with domestic violence.
Closer.
A copy of that complaint.
No more 4
I do have it in
a.m.
my hands.
Okay. You need me to read that to you today?
I do not, but I have
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Hello,
Maximum penalty is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine.
This guy looks like Chili a little bit.
Charge.
The
I do not,
Okay. How'd you like to plead?
not guilty. Also, I never received a summons, and this one don't even have a date of when you're here at court.
This is just a warrant, I think. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Geared up.
Because I went to court if I'd have known.
Yep. No, it was just a warrant for your arrest.
Okay, thank you for explaining.
You want to say anything before I set your bond?
I'm sorry.
Still
You
too
want to say
late.
anything before I set your bond today?
Oh, yes, just a woman I've been with for like 4 years. She has postpartum, doesn't want to talk to anybody about it. I've tried. I have PTSD. I talked to people. It really helped. Just a bad spot for us both, and I just need to try to make the best of it so we can start seeing our children again.
You lose your children. It's a bad state of affairs.
She has her children now, but I know she's going to need help.
I like how he kind of lets them go a bit.
Gives them a little rope.
And I do have a lawyer for family in this charge now, I guess, but I have to speak with him and figure out what's the next step.
I don't know if he does that by design or is he just a little bit slower and or more methodical with going through
Are you on probation?
paperwork.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay. Did you finish that in Delaware County? Or?
Yes, had my
God bless.
record clean, and
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it might be because it goes through the paperwork so good. Is that's why we get more out of these people than others? You know,
He's got some sweet ass tats. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a full body cheetah suit.
yeah, it looks like he's like got a body wrap or something, like almost like it's the printing on wrapping paper. Oh yeah, because she can't handle it himself. He needs to be there.
And
To
I say
help.
ultimately I'm going to take this to court because I have so much evidence of her
You're in court.
knowingly harming me.
Okay. Get somewhere you can stay while this is pending?
Yes, I have my own house,
Okay. What's the address?
13620 Broad Street.
That's where she's staying.
Is that where,
No, she is staying with her sister in Westerville. She's
Oh, my
been,
God.
Around in about a month now.
okay.
But we've spoken. It's been cordial. I've told her whenever she wants, her stuff's packed and ready. I can help her get a U-Haul.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be helpful. However, she needs me to facilitate.
Mm-hmm.
One
He's-
second he's telling her talking about
Yeah.
how she's needs him to help her, and the next he's talking about taking her to court because she's been beating his ass.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. We're talking about the same lady, right?
Yeah. Which one is it?
Okay, I'll
About
release
that
today on the condition you have no contact with Melody Pierce. You understand that?
I understand that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Is today another release day, I guess?
Hope not.
We'll see him tomorrow.
He needed to get some help. He's got something really wrong with him.
They're going to get in a fight tonight. You know it.
He'll be right outside that house before you know it, knocking on the door.
Well, he did mention
Is 22 CRB 1094.
not to have any contact.
22 CRB 298. And 21 TRD 8481, State of Ohio versus William Lemaster. Mr. Lemaster, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you make an application for a court-appointed attorney. First, I have a traffic case ticket from September 15th of last year, charging you with driving under suspension. I don't know that you've ever appeared on that, have you?
I don't believe so, sir.
Did you ask for a trial?
I'm not sure if I did or not. I
Okay.
can't.
All right, the maximum penalty for that offense is 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. What would you like to do with that?
500 hours?
I just plead guilty to it.
Okay. You understand that a guilty plea is a complete admission of your guilt?
Yes, sir.
Right.
You understand by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to a trial.
Yes.
All right. Accepts the guilty plea, finds you guilty.
Yes. They're a great team.
Oh, good luck, Jesus Christ!
That'll be $200 in court costs.
This has got to be an OR bond too, right?
A complaint for
Yeah, I think today's gonna be another one of those
damaging
days.
to appear for trial on back on April 12th. What happened there?
My girlfriend where she's staying and everything, she basically tricked me to get outside the door. Then as I just tried to retrieve what was mine, the window had cracked, but.
Okay. Well, I just meant, why did you miss the trial date? What happened?
Honestly, that is because I was working and I don't have a mailing address at the time. I didn't. And actually, I started the job, a new job on the day that I was supposed to be at court.
At the paper mill,
Decided
paper
that,
factory.
Me, the job was more important than
Coming to court.
at that time.
We haven't seen
Okay,
work
new
as much of an
complaint, you're charging
excuse.
theft. Did you see
Actually,
the copy of that?
it's interesting.
No.
No? Okay. It states that the Newark Police Department, being duly sworn according to law, deposes says on about the 18th day of June, 2022, in the city of Newark, Lincoln County, Ohio, one William Lemaster, dig knowingly with purpose to deprive the owner of property valued less than $1,000, obtain or exert control over said property without consent of the owner or one authorized to consent. Contrary to section 2913.02 of the revised code, a misdemeanor of the first degree. This crime is commonly known as theft. Maximum penalty for that charge is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Any question about that charge?
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about.
There's a police report from.
I was high. I was at work.
2018. The alleged victim is a business called Goldie's.
Han?
Cash from a drawer.
That
I'm not guilty.
Okay.
Stay right there, but I've got to show you something. Do you know this guy?
No, sir. Other than that, I have.
I'm sorry, Niner looks great. Judge Axum, we haven't seen in a while, but Niner.
Ministries starting Monday.
But you were charged.
Grade A
with theft of
badass.
industry.
I've
Just
been
saying.
making some changes in my life
Just saying.
to just
Why is there no
get back
volume?
on track. It's been a process, but
What have I done?
if you just take that in consideration.
Goldie's is in Newark, Ohio, is a little mini backroom casino, by the way.
Whatever those charges are and everything, I'm just done with the whole, I'm here to take care of what I need to take care of. So I guess
If you need a court-appointed attorney, get that application filled out. I'll set your bond at $1,500, cash surety 10% on both of those cases. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1229, State of Ohio versus Sheila Zincock.
Hey now.
Ms. Zincock, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. You can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with domestic violence. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
God,
Do
he
you need me
looked
to read
great,
that to
didn't
you today?
No.
Okay. Maximum penalty for that offense is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you have any question about that charge?
No.
How would you like to plead today?
No contest.
Okay. You understand if the facts in the complaint are sufficient to convict you of that offense, I'd find you guilty today?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think a no contest plea is, ma'am?
Not pleading innocent.
Okay.
She's an ugly crier.
Bunch of circumstances go around it, and I'm not sure if I really did or not.
Why does Mikey keep leaving us?
I'd like to get this behind me. I'd like to get moving on with my life.
Feels bad for her because she's crying. I don't think so, but there's a very good chance. I don't think so because his feed's up and it's fine. Is he having a stroke?
Officials say meth is on the rise, and as a result, so is crime.
Okay, so the
Must
police
have been a
report
bad
states
batch around
that,
here because Floyd County's went crazy in the last 4 days.
you grabbed your husband by the neck, scratched him, and spit in his face.
Oh,
Do you agree with
sexy.
that?
No.
Okay.
He likes
All
that
right,
sort
I
of
can't accept a no contest plea from you if you don't agree to the facts of the case today. You want to enter a not guilty plea?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Stop crying real
Would you like
quick,
to say
didn't
anything
she?
Before I set your bond.
This has been an ongoing nightmare.
Yeah, I had your husband not too long ago.
Yeah, and you will probably have him again in the future.
Okay. Are you homeless right now?
We've been living in a car for almost a year.
Okay.
Facebook
We
user?
used to pay rent. You had our house totaled. And
Tell Alonzo
it's
we said hi.
about as bad as you could possibly imagine. He's got an oversized dog in there, 2 cats, myself and him. He neglects the dog, he abuses him. I'm the only one who takes care of him. And that's what happened yesterday because he refused to water his dog.
All in one car?
You can stay or not?
Pardon me?
You have somewhere you can stay or not?
No, not unless I get over with my sister. But I'll be fine. That car that he is driving is mine. He doesn't have a license. He's not.
He saw a Niner and had to go take care of things. I saw him. Did you guys see him grab the lotion before he went out? He might have just finished.
For over a year. He's just driving around town.
No, it's her, the husband. What is it? 2 dogs,
Okay.
cats.
If you need a court-appointed attorney, I'd encourage you to fill out that application today, okay?
Yes, I will.
File it over here at the courthouse. I'll release you on the condition you have no violent contact with Joseph. You understand that?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Licking County.
How do I get my car back?
Did they impound your car?
No, he's got it.
Okay. Well, I
He's not-
can't help you there.
Okay. So I'll just ask the attorney then.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, my sounds are all jacked up,
227, State of Ohio versus Alicia Wood.
and they're all over the place. So.
Okay, Ms. Wood, today's hearing is
Tan
being
Mom's
recorded.
here.
Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with violating a protection order. Did you receive a copy of that complaint? Were you able to read that?
Huh?
Were you able to read that?
I got it all filled out.
Okay. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yes, please.
Okay. It states that the Newark Police Department, being duly sworn according to law, deposed and says on about the 3rd day of August 2022 in the city of Newark, Licking County, Ohio, one Alicia Wood did recklessly violate the terms of a protection order issued or consent agreement approved pursuant to section 2919.26 or 3113.31 of the revised code.
Hello, Nate.
Contrary to section 2919.27 of the revised code, a misdemeanor of the 1st degree. This crime is commonly known as violating a protection order. Maximum penalty for that offense is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. You have any questions about that charge today?
No,
Okay. How would you like to plead?
not guilty.
Welcome back.
I hope I'm back.
Where I set your bond.
So what happens when you have some new equipment? You hit a button by accident. You know what the hell you hit.
Oh, where'd you go?
I figured
Are you
you were,
homeless?
Yes,
checking out Niner and his new digs.
I can go to my aunt.
His
Linda in my
sweet
bedroom.
facial hair.
And wrap my dad.
Well, yeah, I saw you fiddling around with something. I didn't think it was your internet because we pulled up. Niner's still going.
Internet was fine. It wasn't the internet.
You need a court-appointed attorney to fill out that application, okay?
Okay,
I'll release you today. You need to abide by the civil protection order.
okay,
You won't be released again if you violate it again, okay?
okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
Well, everybody, just go commit crimes and licking. It's fine.
Licking, they're done with it.
Zero State of Ohio versus Henry Wilson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Mr. Wilson, you're substituting on behalf in the courtroom with me today.
Yes.
All right. I have two complaints.
like an alien.
Violating protection order and obstructing
Little
official
alien.
business. Did you receive a copy of those?
Yeah. We'll waive reading of those, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson will enter a not guilty plea to both, and I'll speak to bond.
Go ahead.
Mr. Wilson's a lifelong resident of Licking County, 68
Oh.
years old.
Attorney.
retired From Owens Corning.
Here we go.
I think even the allegations, if proven, won't show any threats or any violence. I think we're talking about a truck that is parked on or in front of a neighbor's house. This is an ongoing dispute with a neighbor. We'd ask the court to release Mr. Wilson. Thank you.
Niner's going through an emo phase.
That's Michelle Cleveland.
Yes.
That's the neighbor.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. They live on 13th Street.
Correct.
Okay.
She lives on Merchant,
Merchant.
and then
Okay.
he lives on
How close are their homes?
Caddy Corner, right next to each other.
Okay.
Caddy Corner. I ain't heard that one in a while. Sorry.
No prior criminal offenses.
I don't believe he does.
Okay.
He's had some charges, but I think they've been dismissed.
Okay.
He's using his 9 hours. I had to go ahead. I couldn't hear anything. That's them making noise, not me. It could be dark. That's how you know you're famous.
Yesterday evening, then he was taken into
I
custody.
believe so.
Okay.
Are they running an old-timey printing press in the background right now?
Okay, Mr. Wilson, release you today on the condition that you abide by the civil protection order. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Don't don't want any run-ins like that with law enforcement again either. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all. Okay, Mr. Deckard. Yeah, I see the table there.
Well, we're going into the
Okay.
gallery. Clean sweep of releases.
Looks like you failed to appear for trial. What happened there?
I was just working out of town and I did not know I had a court date. She told me I had it and she said we can call down and put it back on the docket because I missed it, in which we did. And I thought what she was saying to me was to reschedule it. And I got picked up in Tassler where I work at. And they arrested me and brought me back down here. So,
Okay, so you posted bond today? Yeah. Okay. All right, you want that reset for trial? You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you pull up this licking on yours? I got to, I'm going to back up over to 3B.
Okay, I'll continue your bond as posted. Thank
Looks
you.
like something interesting is happening.
Next matter is 22 TRD 1707, City of Harbor versus Levon.
Yeah, and Stansbury did it too the other day. Everybody got out.
Mr. Marshall, you also failed to appear for trial. What happened there?
No, no.
Me and my defender. She had called me on a Sunday. I missed the call. I didn't know I had a voicemail. And I think the court date was on like a Monday or Tuesday. And it was just late when I actually noticed I had the voicemail.
Okay.
I sort of texted her and she
You're free.
texted me back for a month back.
Okay, well, she's still on the case, I think. So you need to get in touch with her.
I was actually wondering if maybe I could just do this on my own with no defender. I could defend myself.
Okay. You want to reset for trial?
Yes.
You do want to reset for trial? Okay.
This guy's willing to do no work today.
No.
Is there any way I could just get a different one or a new?
Well, this I'm assuming they appointed you this attorney. Judge Stansbury appointed this attorney. I mean, you have to file a motion and ask him for that. I don't know if he'll do that for you or not, obviously, because he's appointed you one.
Yeah, I could just waive the right to attorney.
Okay.
Will I be able to like have my own evidence and stuff or present my own?
You need to have everything with you when you come for trial. Do you want to have a trial? I'll make a note of that.
We always know when it's going to the in-person because you see the little video thing come up.
Mm-hmm.
How this works.
Okay. Well, I mean, either you plead guilty or no contest, or you have a trial. If you want them to prove that you broke these traffic laws.
Well, here's my question to you. The thing is, I don't really know what to plead because I did. Some of those are very true. I was.
Yeah, you pled not guilty when you came for arraignment.
I did half the shit they said I did.
And I just know that, like, I didn't want to do
It's not a lot of plea.
because I didn't.
Well, I doubt you're going to do 60 days in jail. The maximum is
True.
30 on the one charge. The other charge might be 30 or might be no jail time. So.
On those are the ones that I
cases, but I doubt he's going to send you to jail.
That I did do.
On the fictitious tags, unless he did something pretty nefarious.
No.
Nefarious.
Is there my last question? Is there any way that this can all just be dropped? If like none of the reasons for me being pulled over is actually on that ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And the report I went over with the lawyer was actually very fictitious and like opposite. And I have video footage to prove the events, the chain of events that happened that day. And it just doesn't match up. And I was just hoping like I could just have it all dropped because I don't want to like have a battle with the courts, but I also don't be wrong.
Sounds like you need to go to trial and you'd be out like that then.
I'm not looking for a fight, Your Honor. I'm just
I
looking to
was-
walk
The police
through.
force said he ran your tags and they came back to a different car, so that's why he got pulled over. But-
Yeah, and that's the thing is that he had a miscommunication. He thought a Chevy sedan is not my Saturn. I have a Saturn.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Saturn.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
It was a miscommunication.
Nice.
He thought it was the wrong car, but it was actually the right car.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd encourage you to speak to the attorney that you were appointed. That you
I
could-
did, and I
Okay.
told her these things, and she keeps telling me to just plead guilty.
Okay.
And I just told her I just didn't want to because, once again, he actually told me that my car was stolen. There was actually really a lot of undercover detectives, which she led me to a court-appointed attorney led me to believe that this was a mistake. She said that there was actually something going on at the job site that I was working at, that I just started at. And she said it sounds as if and looks as if I got mistaken a part of an operation that they were undercover detectives, but like he implied that my car was stolen. It was just a lot going on at the time.
Okay.
That had nothing to do
Okay,
with
okay, but
things that is.
he just said that she said to
Okay.
plead
Well, I'd encourage
guilty,
you then,
and then
if you want
next
another
breath
attorney to ask the judge for that.
it was a huge mistake.
It sounds like you need an attorney to help you with the case if it's this how that's going on. Okay. It'll get reset for trial with Judge Stansbury.
Yeah.
Before that
Barry.
happens, I would get while you're here today. I would file a motion asking
Yeah, but
for a new
he's
attorney.
kind of all over the place, Kieran, on that one.
Okay. That way it gets underway and you can talk to another attorney. Okay.
I mean, he basically said I did some of the crimes, but not
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah. And then said that she said just to plead guilty, and then said, though, it was just a bunch of mistakes and not right. All that. Dave, thank you for the $2. We're going to jump over
undercover
to 3B. And this just happened. We're about 10 minutes behind. It looks promising. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but we're going to
Somebody's
all
talking about
find
murder.
out together.
Yeah, Brittany, this happens every time somebody goes in this room. Can you hear me now?
Barely, but
All right, well, I'll try to.
We can hear you.
This is file number 201839 SM. It's entitled People versus Brittany Latasha Johnson. This Johnson is represented by Attorney John Bush, who was here for another matter, and I co-opted him and said, hold on a minute. Brittany Johnson got arrested last night. You failed to appear about 7 times in this case. There have been several bench warrants for your arrest. By my count, so far you spent 4 days in jail. You failed to appear for sentencing after entering a plea to assault and battery. So what you missed was sentencing. The complaining witness, Holly Osborne, is also in jail, and they are trying to bring her in. And she's sort of here. Deborah Davis is here on behalf of the prosecutor's
Deborah
office.
Davis.
One fundamental problem, Ms. Johnson, is you haven't had a chance to discuss this with Mr. Bush. You just got arrested last night. Mr. Bush just walked in the courtroom and I said, hey, Brittany Johnson got arrested. Mr. Bush, you're set to be here tomorrow
Congratulations.
for attorney pretrials, at least virtually. Is that true?
I know I have a virtual pretrial tomorrow morning. That is.
I just,
Perhaps? Yes,
Carol, I think she's
Your
a
Honor,
frequent
may I
flyer
speak?
here.
yes.
okay. The only reason I missed sentencing to begin with, Your Honor, is I had no clue that I was, how do I put that? Schizophrenic until just recently, and they put me on medication, and I forgot a lot of things. Now, like my main concern is being sentenced and doing what I need to do so I can go take care of my case in Indiana, so I can hurry up and get back on my medication. Because me being arrested, I have not gotten my medication since I was arrested, and I'm trying my hardest not to have an episode.
You got arrested last night?
I've been arrested. I've actually been in jail for about a week now. I was in Kalamazoo first.
Oh, Creed.
Emily's going there in the morning. I'll ask Emily if she sees her this week.
In Kalamazoo. My Kalamazoo charge they're from 2020, but I guess it's a license charge or something like that from when I went to rehab and possession.
What is it? Possession?
Possession charge.
Possession of what?
Drugs.
It was possession of methamphetamines, they're saying.
Liars.
Charge in Indiana.
It was possession of paraphernalia.
What county is that?
LaGrange. I'm just more worried about being able to get to wherever I can get to be able to get my medicine, because I'm trying not to have an episode where I end up getting more charges. I really, for my mental health, I need my medicine, and I haven't been able to get it here or in Kalamazoo.
Well, there's not a lot of meth around, Your Honor.
The new methamphetamine that's organically created in Mexican drug labs is causing acute mental illness all over Michigan, all over the country.
I know.
Turning out people's brains, and it's turning 30-year-olds into schizophrenic.
It's becoming a waste
That's
of
why
money,
I
Your
stopped
Honor.
doing methamphetamines, and now I've been working with my doctors in Kalamazoo and taking my medicine for my schizophrenia.
It's harder and harder to get good meth.
But like I said, since I've been arrested, I haven't gotten my medicine.
All right, well, hold still.
And by medicine, I mean
I'm
meth.
at St. Joe County Jail, but I don't know who it is. John, would you prefer that I continue this matter until tomorrow, when you can review your file and have an opportunity to talk to the defendant first?
I think
All in, John.
the best, if I could maybe, I wasn't gonna physically be here tomorrow, but I guess I.
Yeah, no, you can log in.
Can we just go ahead and sentence me?
I need my meds.
If I could get Holly Osborne in here from the jail.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just not trying to have another episode. And
All right.
Holly's not here. She's busy changing Ozzy's diaper.
Oh, can you hear me, Holly?
Yeah, let me, got a thing on start video.
All right. Holly, what would you like me to know? There you go.
Jailhouse attorney Holly.
What would you like me to know about this?
Well, I think she needs to sit and get some time for what she did. She's a liar, Your Honor. She's not telling any truth to anything. There's videos of her on TikTok saying I attacked her child. She just needs to sit and really clear her mind and get things. I'm sure she's a good person. I don't personally know Brittany, and I wish her the best, but what she did to me.
Thank you, Taco.
She had no business in this argument. And I just want her to take some time to, I've been here for almost 5 months, to get clean and really clean and know what she did. Because the thing, she's making everybody look like a laugh and joke because she skipped out of sentencing for how long? It's almost a 2-year mark between her and us.
Yes, it is.
So I think some time under her belt would do her some good, because I know it's done me good.
After the chase
I
panel.
don't have no problem harm against Ms. Johnson no more. I let that go, and I'm able to finally go about my days and do what I have to do to take care of me and my family. So, I just want to see her get better. I don't wish the worst on her.
Well, Holly, 5 months in jail to get your own head on straight, I think has done you good. You seem very clear-headed and straightforward here today.
Perfect.
Deborah, anything else you want me to know?
I just wanted to make it clear, the Indiana charge is showing as not just a possession of paraphernalia, but actually a possession and paraphernalia. And that was from early 2021. So it would have been after this incident happened. I'm not sure, I haven't been able to locate her case up in Kalamazoo quite yet. But if that was also in 2020, a lot of this behavior and flying off the handle and pounding on Ms. Osborne was probably fueled by some methamphetamine use. And
Probably.
as Your Honor said, there are some studies coming out that the methamphetamine that people are using now is causing schizophrenia or schizophrenic tendencies. So, I certainly understand that Ms. Johnson wants to be involved, wants to get on the medications that are prescribed to her that help control the issues that she's having. But when you look back at the egregiousness of the situation, for her putting it on TikTok and making light of it, it's, Ms. Osborne is right. And she sat there and cleaned out her head and been able to look at things with a better perspective. But with that, I'd leave it to the court. Thank you.
Go ahead.
And she has.
Your Honor, I've been clean for the past few months.
Well, that's a good start.
I was thinking Corbett Canyon.
Now taking my medication, was taking my medication before I was arrested.
Well, who are you taking your medication through?
The Family Health Center on Elcott
The Mexican meth dealer, Your Honor.
in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That is where I go and get my medication from.
I've got another episode coming on, Creed.
Methadone maintenance also?
No, sir, I'm not on methadone. I'm on Latuda. I'm on like two different allergy medicine. I'm on Keppra for my seizures. The Latuda is for my schizophrenia and my bipolar.
What day did you get arrested in Kalamazoo?
I got arrested. Honestly, I cannot remember the day. I know it was at nighttime. It was at midnight because I've been sleeping since then. Because me without my medication, as best I sleep. Because if I don't sleep, then I'm just gonna go off the handles.
This is Thursday.
And the rest is Sunday.
Sunday, all right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's 5 days.
I did find her Kalamazoo case.
Yes.
And the offense date was 8/6/21 for possession of meth.
Well, she's been dealing with everything the same way by not showing up. And,
That was before I started getting help and being accountable for my situation.
She's found Jesus.
But the problem is you still beat this lady up.
Yes, I know I put my hands on her. And I'm not going to make any excuses for what I done. Yeah, I was high that day. I put my hands on her. I know that. And like I said, I'm not going to make any excuses for what I done to Holly. I didn't even know her. She didn't even know me. Was my son involved? Yes, my son was involved. Words were said about my son. And whether Miss Holly wants to admit it or not, there was witnesses to it. But that's neither here nor there. The problem is I put my hands on her. I shouldn't have done that. And I do apologize for putting my hands on her. I should have took everything a different way. Was I drug and fueled? Yes, I was. I was also under a lot of stress from previous incidents that had happened. And I should have went about it a different direction. But at that time, that's not the way I was thinking. I wasn't able to think clearly back then. Now that I am off drugs and able to actually think clearly, yes, I do apologize.
All right, that's a good start.
In her defense, Popeyes did forget 3 of her sides.
Yeah, it's a bitch, let me tell you.
For SM, she owes $350. I'm gonna give her credit. Wipe that one out.
And 2 biscuits.
162 SM, she owes $25. I'm gonna wipe that one out. My inclination is to give 16 days in jail, credit 8, indicating she may be released to LaGrange County.
I said 2 biscuits.
Reasonably, Your Honor, I don't believe doing probationary services makes sense now with what's pending in Kalamazoo and LaGrange. First step toward.
They got a lot of nice girls.
With meth is acknowledging there's a problem, and apparently she's doing that now. So I would encourage her to stay involved in services and complete the jail here and take care of her affairs in Kalamazoo and LaGrange.
All right. I'm gonna waive the fines and costs in this, Brittany. I'm gonna do 16 days, credit 8, leaving 8 days to serve minus good time. You may be released before that time if LaGrange County wants you on their case. Again, I am glad that you're getting some treatment, but this is an old case that has to be resolved. You pretty much hit it on the head. It was drug fueled and you got angry but you're apologizing. That's a good start. So, all right, I will do this, send this out to the jail. I will wipe out those two old fines that you owe, 19864 and 201862. Ms. Osborne, what's your out date?
September 10th.
Oh, you got about a month to go. All right, good luck to you. And how about if neither one of you come back and see me for a while, okay?
Oh, I have to come back in September and see you for Victor Vicky meeting at my house. So I hope to see you.
When it rains,
All right, I'll see you then. All right, you're both good. Okay.
eviction coming up.
Well, that's certainly an interesting case, to say the least. Dave, thank you for the $2.
Two biggins. Deborah Davis, by the way, on Law Talk with Mike a lot.
Oh, I know. I love it.
I'm wondering, is there sparks flying?
No, she's very married. Very married. How dare you say that?
She looks pretty good on there. Just saying.
Guys, that is it for We Got a Case.
That's right.
He's
Did anybody ever tell
done.
you that you were
Okay,
doing that
Baldy.
wrong? No. Did anybody prior
My
to
God, I
that
thought that was
tell you
teepee. It's not, though.
the way that
That's
you were
another
doing
courtroom in the courthouse.
Interesting. Isn't that Don Vito?
Yeah.
He was dead.
He's hiding.
Guys, we'll be back 4:05 East for We Got a Chase. I believe it is Thirsty Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, Creed. Tons of DUI stuff. And one that a news story that I had to pull. It did fall under the old rewind VCR tape collection vintage.
Right.
But man, it's worth watching. So make sure you're there for that. Lots of fun. Good times. Good times.
Is that what it is?
That's what they say. That's what me and Creed do too.
That's
We
right.
flirt.
Yeah.
The ratings.
Let's see at 4:05. We got a chase. And that is that.
Yeah, that is that. If you didn't already like this video, please do so. If you haven't gone over and subscribed to our YouTube channel, We Got a Case only channel. Even if you don't watch it, just subscribe. Dead channels are awesome. We love you guys. Until next time. Look at that vest, Creed.
If I was with Emily this weekend near Kalamazoo, I'd be looking out for people that, I've seen in 3B, kind of like when I'm like I was in Columbia yesterday.
You could have went to she's in Michigan, gone to Genesee County and hung out and watched Judge Herman live.
I would love that.
Could have interviewed him. He could have said stuff to you. You could have said stuff to him.
Good afternoon. I'm District Judge Herman Marable from